What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing the weekly reading for the week of October 11th through October 17th. Wow, we're halfway through October. That's crazy. Time is like doing weird things for me. It goes super slow, then it goes super fast, and it goes super slow again. I can't keep up. But we're halfway through October, so I thought I'd get into the Halloween Samhain spirit a little bit with our reading today. So we're going to be using a darker deck, but I just wanted to show you this beautiful crystal that I've come into possession. I've actually got a whole parcel of these. This is a red tipped amethyst from Thunder Bay, Ontario. This is from the same location where Auralite 23 comes from, and I'm not sure if this is Auralite 23 or not. I think it has at least some of the inclusions, but check out the record keepers. If I could get it. Oh my goodness, look at all those record keepers. Oh my god. Like they're on every face. Look at that. I love it. So yeah, I'm going to be working with these in my personal life, and then I'm going to figure out what they're all about, and then put them up for adoption in my shop. This is just one of them. I have like 15 to 20 of them. Some of them have record keepers like this. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. But yeah, it could be Auralite 23. It might not be. I'm not sure. We'd have to get it tested. And I'm not going to do that. But it does have spectacular energy. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that because it's so cool. I'm loving it. So, like I said, it's October, so today I decided to bust out one of our darker decks. If you're not into these darker decks, I apologize, but you know, they don't really affect the message that much. They're not like dark messages, it's like dark imagery. And that's for me to deal with as a reader, not for you to deal with. Anyway, today we're using the Tarot Z, which is a zombie-themed deck, so don't get too scared. There might be some blood, okay, but it's nothing to be too concerned about. And we're just going to look at this upcoming week and see how we can make this week the best week possible. And so we're going to start with this middle card, which represents the overall energy of this upcoming week, of the week of October 11th through the 17th. And I believe this is a Knight of Pentacles. I read this deck solely intuitively, so give me a moment with this card and I'll be right back. Whoa, what a message. The message that this guy's bringing is that this week, and this is, I don't know if this is literal. I don't think a lot of you are in jail. I think this is more metaphorical. But this week is going to be a week of breaking chains, of freeing yourself from some kind of slavery, obligation. I don't know what it is. This is a general reading. It's going to apply differently for every person, but this is a week of emancipating yourself. Now, this could, for some of you, be maybe getting out of a relationship that's no good for you, or maybe getting out of a job that you don't like, or it could be more subtle, like ending a habit that's been bringing you down. This could manifest in a large number of different ways. So I just want to give examples. I'm not saying that's going to happen for you. I'm just saying that we all have our prisons, and what we don't realize, most of us, is that we create our prisons for ourselves. And I think this week is about realizing what prison that you've built for yourself and freeing yourself. Because, you know, when we understand the law of attraction, we start to understand that we're creating everything in our life. So if you've created something in your life that's restricting you, then you need to look at the self, right? It's so easy to blame the government. It's so easy to blame politicians. It's so easy to blame actors, celebrities, cops, rioters, looters. You could blame anybody you want for your problems, but those are just reflections of manifestations you've created for yourself, right? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind this week. As we go through this week, you may have an opportunity to free yourself from one of these restrictions. And I think that's a beautiful thing. This is a very positive message. Like I said, you know, just because there's zombies giving the messages doesn't mean the messages are all about brains, right? They got other things on their minds than just brains. Okay? So thank you to that zombie bull rider for that message. Let's go on to this card here, which represents what to hold on to this upcoming week, what you should focus on, what you should pay attention to, what you should keep doing, that sort of thing. And we've got the 10. That would be the Wheel Give me a moment with this card. Oh, that's cool. I love this deck. The message here is that this week, spend as much time with your loved ones as you can, even if there are restrictions against spending time with loved ones. This is a reading for our present day. Okay, this card is saying don't be afraid of making connections or what's a good word? Don't be afraid of meeting people, not meeting people, but gathering with people, because we need our connections, right? We're in the middle of a war, right? And it's a consciousness war. And one of the tactics of our enemy here is to get us to separate. They want us to separate as much as possible. So they say 6 feet, right? They don't want you getting close. They say wear a mask. They don't want you expressing yourself. They don't want you smiling and laughing, right? They don't want you convening in groups, right? It's all intentional. It's all to lower your vibration. It's all to lower your consciousness. And this card is saying fight against that. We are human beings. We need community. We need society. We need love. We need to touch each other. And this card is saying don't let anyone stop you from that, right? If you have a grandmother or grandfather, right, elderly people in your life who are alone at home, like, go see them. I think that's the sort of thing that this card is saying. Or, if you want to, haven't seen your family in a while, go see them, go say hello. Right? There's nothing to be afraid of. Everything that you think there is to be afraid of is a manufactured thing. It's not real. So yeah, this card is saying, don't waste time, right? We need those connections in our lives, and it's not right for us to allow other people to tell us how to live our lives, especially when it comes to our relationships with other human beings. No one can ever tell you to stop interacting, okay? So that's what this card is saying. Loving it. Let's check out this last card, which represents what to let go of this week, what not to do, what to avoid, perhaps. And this looks like the King of Swords. It's hard to... Right, this is not traditional tarot, so give me a moment with this card. You have to read these cards intuitively, I think, and I'll see what it has to say. Wow. What? Okay. Avoid politics is what this is. This reading for me or for you guys? Avoid politics is what this is saying. Avoid those people in authority who want to manipulate and control you, right? The King of Swords. When you think of maybe our ruling class, our politicians, do you think of what card? For those of you who read tarot, you probably think of either the Hierophant, the Emperor, or the King of Swords, right? It's all ego, it's all logic. And so I think what this card is saying is not just politicians. I think that's one example of these types of people. But avoid these types of people who are trapped in their logic, their ego. They're not going to benefit you. They're going to bring you down, right? We're, as a society, as a species, we're moving away from ego. We're not moving towards it. At least we hope to be, right? For those of us on the ascension path are moving away from ego. And so I think what this card is saying is to not spend time around people who are lost in their ego. And this is politicians, right? This is politics. This is the news. This is those people in your life who just don't get it yet, okay? So try not to spend time with them this week. Try to avoid them, because it seems like this week is about raising your vibration, right? This is about emancipating yourself from your chains. This is about seeing your friends, family, and loved ones and sending them love and connecting with them. And it's about avoiding those people who are going to get in the way of that. And there's a lot of them out there, right? You can pick them out very easily now as our timelines are splitting, as our vibrations are splitting, as we're growing further and further apart. The 3D people are far more recognizable now, right? Same with the 5D people. You can see the 5D people, right? And they're standing up. They're moving away from governmental control. Whereas the 3D people are moving more into it, more into technology, right? So, very interesting reading. I feel like, just from the energy of these cards, that something kind of big is coming this week. And we really need to find our center. We really need to find our support groups, and we really need to avoid those things that we know trigger us to lower our vibration. So this guy, if you see anybody like this out there, just run away. He wants your brains, and he doesn't want them for a good purpose. He wants to eat them. Again, maybe metaphorical, but you get the picture. So an interesting week. I like it. I love it. I've never had a reading like this before in my life. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not bringing my ego into this, but yeah, these were the psychic messages that I got, so I'm going to run with it. So cool. I love this reading. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this week. I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for making the most out of your weeks by joining me here and hearing about what's on the horizon and what you can do to improve the week. So I really thank you for being here. I think it shows that you are on the ascension process, that you are ready to move away from this and you're ready to move more towards this. So beautiful. All right. So I want to thank you again. Leave a like, comment. Love those. And I'll see you again next week. Happy taroting. Peace.